Hello traders, has this ever happened to you? You're afraid to get into a trade and you finally click the button and convince yourself now's the right time, only to get into a trade that starts to turn against you immediately. And as you're starting to lose money, you move your stop loss. You continue to lose more money and you move your stop loss once more until you've had enough and you exit the trade, promising yourself, this will never happen again. I'm gonna trade according to my plan. If you've ever experienced that, today we're gonna talk about the self-sabotage cycle. Let's jump right into this video. All right, there's 3 stages to the self-sabotage cycle, and it begins with experiencing fears before you actually get into a trade. This occurs before you actually get into a position. You start the day off and you're thinking, the last day was so terrible that I lost a lot of money. You start to get into a lack mindset where you tell yourself, today is not gonna be like yesterday, but you can't help but feel and experience that emotion from yesterday in today's market. This step is very important because if you're feeling fears before the trade, the self-sabotage cycle has already initiated. But you overcome your fear, and then you run into the second step of the self-sabotage cycle. This occurs when you begin to experience fear inside of the actual trade once you're already in the position. But because all you're thinking about is losses, in the back of your mind, you're trying to avert the loss, but unconsciously causing it at the very same time. We'll touch on this in a moment. But while you're in the actual trade, you're experiencing fear. Your heart rate begins to accelerate, you begin to sweat, your palms get sweaty as well, and you're really starting to breathe faster, quicker, alerting your unconscious mind that something's wrong and that you're in danger. When these emotions begin to occur, your unconscious mind, its prime directive is to begin protecting you by taking actions to correct what's causing these fears. Unfortunately, during this fear, you're still holding on with your logical mind, saying this trade is going to come back. It absolutely has to. If I just wait long enough, it will come back. And then the price drops even more. And you move your stop loss lower, saying, well, now if I get back to only half the loss I just had minutes ago, I'll take it. If it only comes back up a little more, I'm going to be out of the trade. And then what happens? The market drops even more on your position and you continue to lose money until you hit the point where your logic factor of your mind is switched off and your unconscious mind kicks in and takes evasive action. What does it do? Because your fear is escalating so much and your tensions are increasing, your heart is now racing, you're sweating, your physiology has changed, your unconscious mind says enough is enough. It turns your logical thinking off, and what it does is get you out of the trade so you can crystallize the position and you take that loss. And this is where the end stage of the self-sabotage cycle kicks in. Stage number 3. But what is the reward at the end of the day when you lose a trade? The reward is the relief that you get from exiting a losing position. The reward occurs when your unconscious mind is satisfied that you're no longer in a dangerous position that's causing you this negative physiology and negative reaction. By this point, you tell yourself, I'm gonna review my trades and I'm gonna stick to my trading plan tomorrow and things are gonna be different. Tomorrow morning, you start with the fear of experiencing the previous day and the negative emotions of the unconscious mind. These 3 steps repeat for traders, and unfortunately, some of them never get out. But our trade pros know different. So how can we fix this? To help restore your physiology and get you out of the self-sabotage cycle at any stage. These exercises are available as part of our elite membership. But let me give you some quick tips here today on how to avoid the self-sabotage cycle altogether. Tip number 1 is mastering your mindset. But how exactly do you master your mindset? This is the biggest tip I could give you that will give you the most amount of benefit and the biggest change. It starts with the thoughts that are going on inside of your brain. Every single thought that you have inside of your mind, that you put emotion behind, so if you're thinking something and feel it at the same time, ends up creating a stronger version of reality. So thoughts, which are your intentions, plus your energy and emotions lead to attention. So when intention and attention are combined, you create your result, which is reality. So start with your mindset, and I'm gonna give you a little theoretical exercise here. For those of you that have kids, if you were to go up to your younger kids and say, don't jump in the puddle, what does the kid do? Inevitably, it jumps in the puddle. This occurs because the unconscious mind actually cannot process negatives. Words like don't, won't, can't, shouldn't, wouldn't are not actually processed by your unconscious mind. They're completely ignored. So when you start out your trading day and you're thinking to yourself, don't lose money. If you cancel out the don't, what are you actually saying? Lose money. And whenever you have a thought of don't lose money, don't lose money, don't lose money, the repetitive thing that your brain thinks about is losing money. That becomes your goal because that's what you're subconsciously programming yourself to do. Now let me give you another example. If I told you at this very moment, don't think of a blue tree, don't think of a blue tree, don't think of a blue tree, what are you thinking about? A blue tree. So that just goes to demonstrate that what you think is actually a subconscious programming mechanism and not a logical type of decision. That's very important to understand. So start your trading day thinking positive thoughts. Learn to have toward motivation behavior and learn to hold the goal in your mind that which you hope to achieve, not the one which you're trying to avoid. So rather than saying don't lose money, tell yourself, I am making $200 today. Be convinced, put emotion behind it, and hold that image in your brain as you trade. Because that will help tell your unconscious mind that you're on the path to opportunity. There's nothing to worry about. There's no self-sabotage that will occur. You're going for the opportunity. You're thinking in terms of a growth mindset. And that single-handedly is the biggest tip that could turn around your whole performance. Now, what you need to do is take this information and actually apply it. Use it to your trading day. Step number one of beginning to create a positive reality is to really be aware of the present. Before you can begin to change your thoughts, you have to be aware of them. 100% of every single day, you need to realize what you're thinking because what you're thinking is creating your unconscious programming. Think positive, keep positive mental images to yourself, and also allow every single negative thought to flow from one side to the other. It's okay to have negative thoughts. It is not okay to entertain them and give them any single shred of ounce of energy or emotion. Allow yourself to release and free yourself from negative emotion. Coming to the trading station with that mindset will have drastic improvements. But I have one more tip for you, and this is called the 5-3-2 exercise. So let's assume that you're being positive, everything's going great, you're in a trade, but suddenly emotions and fear creeps in once again. A feeling that used to be all too familiar. It's not too late. What you could actually do is the following. Once you start to get a little bit of fear, do the 5-3-2 exercise. What you do is take a deep breath for 5 seconds, hold it for 3, and then release within 2. And that actually settles down your body and tells your unconscious mind that everything's okay. Because your unconscious mind doesn't know the difference of fear. It doesn't know if you losing a trade or you being attacked by a bear in a cave 1,000 years ago is any different. All that it ever knows is fear. And the second it experiences fear, it knows it has to escape from that situation. That's what it's programmed to do, to keep you safe. So use the breathing exercise anytime you feel discomfort, fear, anxiety, not only in trading, but in your life. And you'll find that in fearful situations, you're able to restore your physiology, restore your calm, and think positively and rationally. So those are my 2 tips to avoid the vicious self-sabotage cycle. If you want to learn more, you can get our trading psychology course, lesson 1, that will teach you how to be at cause and how to apply these principles at a deep level. To get access to this lesson, click right here. It's part of our free 6-lesson mini course that you could start watching right now. Also, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel by clicking here. And when you do subscribe, be sure to hit the bell to receive all our latest videos. I hope you enjoyed this clip. Have yourself a phenomenal day. Good luck and good trading. Take care and goodbye.